Yeah, it's there. It's there. Yo, some. I need some. And you. Last time. So here is Sam. My other fellow here. What's your name? Ravi. Last week you said I'm a liar. And you said him, not you. You quoted. Last week he said there were more than 2 men, yes? And he called me a liar. Yes. So the Bible will talk now. I know a clear-cut verse.
No.
Let me repeat.
If you want to put it on camera, let me get my camera.
Let me repeat.
Okay. Let me get my camera.
Shall I give you? Okay, only 3 minutes.
He's here.
Oh, you are here. Last week, no. Let repeat. You said I'm a liar, yes? No,
he's getting the camera.
I'm a liar, yes?
In the meantime,
because I said Jesus,
let me answer.
Only two men were crucified along with Jesus. The other, one of them on the right side and the other one on the left side.
Hold it.
Yeah, listen. No.
Name gaze camera.
Yeah, okay, come. I just want you done with this one.
Brother Sam, very clear.
How many men?
How many men?
Ask
two
him.
people, one on the right, one on the left. And
How
one
many
says
Siraj,
probably
a step at a time.
Yes.
Step at a time.
So
Yes.
it does not necessarily mean with Jesus there were only two.
Okay, listen.
With Jesus there were only two.
Okay.
But that is the place
Siraj,
of
take a step
crucifixion.
at a time.
Okay.
Hold on.
Is it 2v1
Yeah, I'm
or is it
answering.
1v2?
No, let them two of them talk.
With
You start.
Jesus,
You
there were
start.
only two who was crucified.
But
one
you
on the
said
right,
last time more than two
one
men.
on the left. Hold on.
You said more than two
Allow
men.
me to answer.
Okay.
Please keep
Okay.
on.
Take a
So,
step at a time.
Okay.
along
What's
with
the claim
Jesus,
now?
there were only two, one on the left and one on the right.
Yes.
But
how many
that's
of
the
them
place-
together?
Two of them with Jesus. Now
Yes.
with Jesus.
Okay.
Now this is a place of crucifixion,
Yes.
which means there could have been multiple people earlier than when they were crucified. Because Jesus,
Do you have
the
any verse?
trial
Do
started
you have
at 9
any
o'clock
verse?
in the morning.
Do you have any verse which indicates there were more than two men?
This is the place of
No, do you
crucifixion.
have any verse?
Because
No,
one says them,
forget about logic.
implying plural.
Yeah.
And one says
Sam, listen. He said it could be more than two men. I'm saying here, Jesus, when he was getting crucified, according to Christians.
Okay, listen.
says-
Listen. Okay, hold on.
Okay.
You want to have a conversation?
Yes.
Okay. Do we give you some time and you give me
No,
some
you
time?
repeat. You said I'm a liar, yes?
It's a song of victory. Jesus said.
All right, listen.
Jesus
Yes.
said.
Okay, listen.
Yes.
If you want to,
One second.
No, let him talk.
What are you debating over?
the topic
No,
he knows.
he
The
said-
only thing I want to know
Yeah,
is,
you
are you
explain,
going to let
explain.
us talk?
Yeah, you talk, explain.
You know,
What are you
if you're going
debating
to,
over?
Yeah, I will let you
brought your
talk.
camera,
Yes.
obviously you
I
want
want
to
you to
address
speak.
something
You speak.
that we talked about last week.
Yeah,
Sam
you
and
repeat.
Siraj, what are you debating over? Because we don't know.
He's talking about that. I called him a liar.
On what?
Because he said that the person on the cross who said to Jesus, remember me when you come into your kingdom. It's a lie because that person actually, the Bible says that he never believed in Jesus or he was cursing Jesus. So that's what he said. But the Bible says that he asked Jesus to remember him when he comes into his kingdom. And Jesus said, today you shall be with me in paradise. So now he's coming here to tell us again that no, I was wrong, that person was in the Bible as the person who cursed Jesus. He has proof. And I said, you don't have proof. You show me your proof. And he couldn't find the right information for it, but now he's come back. And he wants to prove me
So
wrong.
this man was besides Jesus on the cross.
Yes. And he asked Jesus.
You're saying he asked Jesus forgiveness.
I am saying in the Bible, he says that he asked Jesus to remember him. First he confessed that, so the whole story, everybody knows the story because he was on the cross and he said to Jesus, the one that was cursing Jesus, he said, we are on the cross because of what we have done, but he's on the cross for nothing. He has not done nothing wrong. So then he realized that he was a sinner and that Jesus could forgive him because he's a...
Sorry, can we look at this?
What?
Go back a bit.
Oh, you want to be big? All right, let's move the cameras.
Why are you moving?
Firas,
Because of...
pick up the camera.
Help him. Let's come here. Yeah, it's better. Only 5 minutes here. I'm not going to
Oh,
speak.
you don't want a long one? Okay,
No,
problem.
it's just
All right,
short
we
one.
just do a short one. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, look, take it a step at a time before you get excited, liars and stuff like that. So,
No, we're,
so
no, that was
essentially,
he
this is
took
what I
the
understood.
offense
You've had
to
a lot
that.
of time. You're saying that the man asked Jesus' forgiveness.
What I'm saying is the story is that he realized that he's a sinner and that Jesus, because he asked Jesus, he told the other thief that Jesus has done nothing wrong. He does not belong on the cross. We do belong on the cross because of what we have done. And then he asked Jesus that when you come into your kingdom, remember me.
Okay.
Right? And Jesus said, today you shall be with me in paradise. He's saying that
Now let
thief-
him speak now.
Okay,
What
go
is
ahead.
he
What
saying?
is your view on that?
Okay, and
What are you
if
saying?
I come to
All
the
I'm saying
point,
is we both, okay,
Yeah.
it was very nice the first time when
Yeah.
you were quiet and
Yes.
I was speaking.
Yeah.
If we can continue like
yes,
this, I would
yeah.
really appreciate
Okay,
it. Go
I will
ahead.
do the same anyways. And
He's
my
saying-
point is, the Gospel of Luke, chapter 23, verse 43, it says one of the men believed in Jesus and he said, remember me in your paradise. And that's why Jesus said
Remember
what?
me in your kingdom,
Yes, in
okay.
your kingdom. And Jesus said, today you will be with me in my paradise, in paradise. Okay, so according to Luke, chapter 23, verse 40. Wait, let me finish. According to Luke, chapter 23, verse 43, it says one of the men believed Jesus. But in the Gospel of Mark, chapter 15, verse 32, and the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 27, verse 38, from 38 to 44, it says clearly in chapter 20, Matthew chapter 27, verse 4 and 38, it says there were two men only who were crucified along with Jesus.
All right.
One of them was
Can you
on
give
the
the
right
references
side
to-
and the
talking
other one on the left side. So in this context, Matthew chapter 27, verse 38 to 44, and Mark chapter 16, verse 15 and
Okay, let's
15.
look
Mark
at the
chapter,
scripture, what it says.
Well, let me finish.
Okay.
Mark chapter 15, verse 32, it indicates only one, none of the men, two men believed in Jesus. And no one said, remember me in your paradise. Whereas
He told you that you are a liar because they were not two
two men,
people
and
here.
he said,
This
I'll
one,
come back.
this one.
He said there were not two men, there were many men. In that day, we are not, that is what he
Many
said.
men what?
Many men, not too many. I said,
Many men what?
I said only two men were crucified along with Jesus.
Many men on the cross.
Let me finish.
Or many men
Let me
standing
come. Listen. Jesus was getting crucified. Matthew, Mark, and Luke all agree that only two men were crucified along with Jesus. One of them on the right side and the other one on the left side. But look, the Gospel of Luke, chapter 23, verse 43, it says one of the men believed Jesus. And he said what? Remember me in your kingdom. And Jesus said, today you will be with me in paradise. So this verse tells us what? One of the guys believed in Jesus. But the Gospel of Matthew and the Gospel of Mark, they disagree with Luke. And they say the two men did not believe in Jesus. None of them believed in Jesus.
So one of them saying it is.
Luke says one of them believed. And Matthew and Mark says what? None of them believed. And both of them insulted Jesus. Whereas the Gospel of Luke says only one man insulted Jesus. And guess what? Matthew here specified. He said only two men were getting crucified along with Jesus. My Christians here last time they said there were more than two men who were getting crucified along with Jesus. But in Matthew it says only two men. I can show you the Gospel of Matthew chapter 27 verse 38. Last time they argued with me, disagreed with me, and they said I'm a liar because of quoting Matthew chapter 27 and Luke, Mark chapter 16 verse 32.
What you're saying
So
that-
who's the liar now? Me or them? Or Matthew?
I'm gonna reiterate
Or
what
Luke or Mark?
I'm gonna now say what I've understood.
Okay.
Yes.
No, but listen. Are you finished so I can answer it?
Can you quote the
Take me
verse?
the references because I'll
Yeah, I'll
read it
give
out.
you. I like this
We'll
reference.
read the references.
Matthew will say how many men? Just
How many
two men.
It says where? In Matthew?
In Matthew chapter 27 verse 38.
Okay,
Clear
let's
cut
read it.
evidence.
Matthew 27 verse
Yes,
38.
yes.
Okay, let's read it.
Yes.
At
Read.
the same time,
Yes.
two robbers were crucified with him,
Yes.
one on the right hand side and one on the left.
Thank you.
Okay.
How many men?
Two of them were crucified. Now the important thing is two were
Okay.
crucified with him.
With him.
It does not say
Okay.
who was crucified.
Okay, wait,
earlier.
wait.
Two were crucified
Wait,
with him. One
wait,
on the
wait,
right, one on the
wait.
left.
About
Yeah.
who was crucified yesterday.
Wait. At the same time, it says at the same time. So the two men,
time.
wait. The two men who were with Jesus, along with Jesus on the crucifixion, one on the right side and the other one on the left side. But Luke says one of the two men who were crucified along with Jesus believed in him, and the other one didn't believe him. Whereas Matthew chapter 27, verse 38 to 44, and Mark chapter 15, verse 32, it says none of the two men believed in Jesus. They both insulted Jesus. So, contradiction. He said, I'm a liar.
Are you finished? Are you finished?
So, clear cut.
Are you going to let
Yes,
me talk now?
you
Okay,
talk.
thank you. So, because it's mentioned two people in this incident, that doesn't say that there was nobody else crucified that day. First of all, that doesn't say only two men. He keeps saying there were only two men. In the scripture, it doesn't say only two men. Second thing, very important, there were people there, they were all cursing him. Okay, not just the people who were on the cross. The third thing is, if there were two men, and let's say when they were crucified, because they were Jesus was on the cross for 6 hours. When they were getting crucified, they wanted to come off the cross and stop it. So they would have been saying, "Hey, save yourself and save us too, if you are the Christ." And then after a few hours, one of them would realize that, wait a minute, you know what? This person has done nothing wrong. And he realized this could be also one of the interpretations of this thing, where that's fine if he's saying there were two people. Is it not possible that one of them realized that this person that's on the cross with me does not belong here? And he believed in him at that point. And that the point of this whole thing was that even at the time of death, if you have true faith and you ask God for forgiveness, He will forgive you. And that is the whole point of this whole this passage was. And he brings it up and says that, you know what, nobody believed in Jesus on the cross. You have a contradiction. The guy on the cross never asked Jesus to take him to paradise. He's lying. That's not what's there. One of the thieves did ask Jesus for forgiveness. Then Jesus did tell him that I will take you to paradise today. Now, whether it's a sequence of events. It could be that before he died, he was like, okay, you know what? I think I'm going to die in the next hour. Let me go to ask Jesus to forgive me. So that could be the main thing here. And that is the message. That means that it was true. That even if it was, and there isn't, because there is nowhere where it says there was only two. There are other traditions that says 4 people were crucified. I know the other traditions that says that. Doesn't matter. Even if you say there were only 2. The sequence of events that I've explained to him before, it doesn't mean that, okay, then he cursed him that he couldn't have said after 3 hours of like, okay, now I'm going to die. I'm going to ask God's forgiveness. And that's what he did. And the other one was still cursing him. And he admonished the other thief and said, you are on the cross because of what you've done. We are on the cross of what you've done. He hasn't done anything.
Okay,
that's what he did.
Okay, context is here. He said the other traditional says 4 men. I want reference from him. It's tradition. And others indicates 4 men were crucified along with Jesus. So I want that evidence from him. He doesn't have it.
I'm sorry,
you said the other traditional says 4 men. 4 men.
Yeah, I'll bring it next time.
Next time. It's not in the Bible. It's not in the Bible.
What's the tradition?
It's not in the Bible.
Did I say in the Bible?
Ask him.
I said in the tradition.
It's not in the Bible. So now let me read the context.
I said in the tradition.
Okay, tradition. Okay, yeah. Tradition. Yeah. Okay, it's up to him. It's not in the Bible. So now let me read. No reference where he said. But here now I'll read the reference here. Yeah, and I'll read all of them because I know Fah, but I want to show him. Okay, here Matthew chapter 27 verse 38. It says 2 rebels were crucified with him, with Jesus, yeah? One on his right hand and one on his left hand. And then what happened next? Let's read. Those who passed by hurled insults at him, shaking their heads. Carry on. And saying, you who are going to destroy the temple and build it in 3 days, save yourself, come down from the cross. If you are the Son of God, let's carry on. And then here, same chapter, Matthew chapter 27, all the way from verse 38 to 44. Here is 41. In the same way, the chief priest, the teachers of the law, and the elders mocked him. He saved others. They said, but he can't save himself. He is the king of Israel. Let him come down now from the cross, and we will believe in him. Okay, who said that? The chief and the priest.
Okay, I thought you were
Okay,
talking
I'm
about the
coming.
thieves.
Yeah, I'm coming. Hold on.
But Siraj is speaking the gospel.
Yeah,
and
I'm
you're
speaking.
Tradition.
Yeah, in
So
tradition,
which one
you
do
said.
take the gospel or the tradition?
I've been telling you about
Let them
the
finish.
from the gospel as
Okay,
well.
wait.
I can read you the gospel too, if you want. I mean,
My internet's stuck.
it's internet itself. Do you want me to answer this?
Do you want
No,
me to read it?
yeah, I got it here. I got somewhere else. Okay, and 27. And here, I was 42, verse 42. He saved others. They said, but he can't save himself. He's the king of Israel. Let him come down now from the cross, and we will believe in him. Verse 43, he trusts in God. Let God rescue him now if he wants him, for he said, I am the Son of God. In the same way, the rebels, how many rebels we were talking before? Two of them, the criminals who were crucified along with Jesus, who were crucified with him, also heaped insults on him. Matthew, yeah? What did they do, the two men? Both of them insulted Jesus.
Gospels are clear.
Yes, two men. So in Luke here, it says, the Gospel of Luke here, 23 is here, verse 43.
Muslims preaching the gospel.
43, he said, Jesus, let me start. It says, but the other criminal rebuked him. Yeah, don't you fear God? He said, since you are under the same sentence. Yeah, but the other criminal said to the other criminal, what? Don't you fear God? He said, since you are under the same sentence, we are punished justly. Who said? The other criminal. He's saying to the other criminal, Matthew tells us how many criminals were there crucified along with Jesus? Two of them. They said, one of them said what? The other one is blaming the other criminal by saying what? Don't you fear God? He said, since you are under the same sentence, we are punished justly, for we are getting what our deeds deserve. But this man has done nothing wrong. Who said? One of the criminals, one of the men who were also getting crucified along with
Why is
Jesus.
he not
Let me
insulting
finish.
Jesus?
Let
I
me
thought he was
finish.
insulting
Let me
Jesus.
finish. Let me
Now you're
finish.
taking-
Let me
making my
finish. Please,
point.
let me finish.
Okay, all right.
Then he said, Jesus, remember me when you come into your kingdom.
said
Jesus
that?
answered,
Who said
one of
that?
the criminals.
Okay, the one
Jesus,
that-
well, yeah,
that
wait.
was a
Okay,
admonishing
Jesus
the other guy.
answered him, truly, I tell you today, you will be with me in paradise. Here, it says one of the criminals believed in Jesus and said, remember me in your kingdom. Whereas Matthew, the one I read, chapter 27, verse 38 to 44, and Mark chapter 15, verse 32, it says the two men none of them believed Jesus, and they never said, he never mentioned about the paradise, and Jesus never said, you will be with me in paradise. So contradiction.
All right,
Luke, one of them believed, one of the men. Matthew and Mark, none of them believed
Okay,
the two
finished? Are you
Jesus.
finished?
So contradiction.
All right, Firas, finished, right?
So I'm done.
Are you going to give me a chance?
There's another answer.
So let me,
So
let me, let me,
I
let me-
want
let
an
me
answer where it says there were more than, where it says in the Bible, Jesus with four men were crucified on that day along with Jesus. I gave reference
Siraj,
where
let me
it says
give you the answer.
clear cut, two
Siraj,
men were
Siraj,
crucified along with
Siraj.
Jesus. So where's the four men?
Okay, now.
Where's the four men?
All right, can you give
Give
us
me
a
the
chance?
verse.
Give us a chance.
Okay.
No, can I give you a chance to reply?
Give me the verse.
Okay, let's reply. Go
Shall I,
ahead.
before you say, I
Yes.
want to read it.
Yes.
Okay, listen.
Okay, so
Where
Siraj
is the
read
two men?
correctly.
Yes.
Verse 44,
Contradiction.
Matthew. Okay. 27, verse 44. The robbers who were crucified with him also spoke abusively.
Yes.
The very next verse, from noon until 3, which means all this happened just before noon.
Okay.
From noon until 3, there was darkness over all the land.
Okay.
About 3 o'clock,
Yes.
Jesus shouted with a loud voice. Now, after about 3 o'clock, starts the 7 last words of Jesus. One of the 7 last words of Jesus was this: "Today you will be with me in paradise."
No.
That's right.
No.
So
Look,
the timeline,
contradiction.
he has messed up the
No,
timeline.
contradiction. Why are you
No,
lying
there's no
for?
contradiction.
Contradiction. Two men, one of the men believed Jesus, and the other,
Yeah.
Matthew and Mark, none of the men, the two men believed in Jesus. So contradiction.
Siraj, you said you let us talk.
No,
You
contradiction.
said let us talk.
Okay, talk.
Let us
talk,
talk. Back
talk,
off,
talk,
back off.
talk. Okay.
Back off.
Okay.
Stop.
Let him talk.
Okay,
What's
talk.
he saying?
He lied. He's lying.
What's he saying?
He's saying it was the noon. The noon. Whether it's the noon or not, one verse, Mark
Siraj.
and Matthew agrees and
Siraj,
with,
can you let him speak,
with each
please?
other.
Okay, Siraj,
But
it's my turn.
Luke
Do you
disagreeing
guys
with them.
speaking?
It's my turn.
It's only
It's
so
my
So
turn.
contradiction.
Is it a monologue?
Two men
it's
did
not
not believe in
stopping.
Jesus.
Are you-
None
are
of
you
them
finished?
believed.
Are you finished?
But Mark, Luke, one of them believed.
Are you
Why are you
finished?
getting so
Are you
Let him
finished?
speak.
Are you
If
finished?
you know what you're saying is right, you let him
Then
speak.
why are you afraid?
Okay.
If you're right, then why are you
Okay.
afraid?
Okay.
Don't be afraid.
Let him speak.
Okay.
He didn't interrupt you. Okay, again, let me read it. Verse 45, the verse that he stopped at was 44. Verse 45. Now from noon until 3, there was darkness across the land. Okay, which means all this happened before noon.
Okay.
Now from noon until
Wait, what happened?
All this insulting
Wait,
stuff.
please, Sam,
Insulting.
Sam,
Insulting.
let him finish. Let him
Insulting.
finish. No, I'll come to that point.
Ask him to keep quiet.
No, you
just-
speak.
okay,
You
read it
speak.
from
You
the
speak.
beginning.
You
Read it
speak.
from the back.
You speak.
Go back and read
Let him
it.
speak.
It says they were
Verse
insulting
44.
him.
Yes.
Verse
Read it.
44. The robbers who were crucified with him also spoke abusively. Verse 45. Now from noon until 3, there was darkness over the land. Verse 46. About 3 o'clock. Now Jesus starts speaking. Now you.
No, go ahead.
Speaking
go ahead,
said,
go ahead.
what did he say?
Hold on.
What did he say? Wait.
He
No,
wants to have a say.
I'll expose. It's easy. Watch out. Carry on, read.
Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani, my God, why have you forsaken me? Then the bystanders, the 7
Can I
words
speak?
of Jesus.
Okay, can I
go
speak
ahead,
now?
go ahead.
Okay, let me
So
speak now.
he spoke afterwards.
Okay,
Let me speak now.
Watch out.
Very clearly,
Easy.
these events are sequential. It's a timeline here. I explained that previously. This is a timeline. It didn't all just happen in like 1 minute. This was over 6-hour time period. So when they were put on the cross, they were cursing him. They were like, "Hey, save us! Save yourself!" After they saw that there is darkness all over the world, there were earthquakes and darkness all over the land. So when they saw all this, one of them came to his senses and said to Jesus, "Remember me when you come in your kingdom." Now he realized that, wait a minute, we are on the cross for what we have done. That's the lie he just keep repeating. The lie is that he's saying that the thief never said this. That's a lie, because the timeline tells us that they did after they experienced this thing happening.
How many were put on the cross?
Wait, please wait.
There doesn't say
Brother,
there were only
let me
2.
speak.
He said there were
Okay, wait.
only 2. When we read the text, it doesn't say the word only in it. It doesn't say only.
So how are you
There's a-
resolving the
wait.
contradiction?
Wait.
the contradiction.
of
Well, let me answer. Let me ask
He's
him.
making it a
Sam,
contradiction.
do you want to speak? I will let you speak. I will ask you one question. Will destroy your point.
But
I will ask you one simple question.
Go ahead, go
It
ahead.
will destroy you.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. I want you to show me from Matthew chapter 27.
Yeah.
You to show me that one of the men believed in Jesus, and
I
he did
just
not
did.
insult. No, from Matthew. I
Why-
want you
why-
to show
why-
me.
why-
No.
why-
From Matthew. I want you to show me from Matthew chapter 27, from verse 38 to 44, or all the way to the end. Show me, or in Mark chapter 15, verse 32, all the way to the end, where one of the 2 men believed in Jesus and said, "Remember me in your heaven." Same as where in Luke chapter 23, verse 43. Show me in Matthew and Luke.
So why-
Still contradiction is there.
Why?
In Matthew, it doesn't say one of the men said,
So what you saying-
"Remember me in your paradise." I want you to show me from Matthew and Mark.
do you want to answer?
Show me. Can you answer?
You see, is there any seeker here? It's just for argument purpose.
No.
Because
no, just
wait,
some. No.
let me establish
You
something
answer my
here.
answer. Any Christian can answer. I want them to show me. Come, please. Come. I'll repeat for you what I said. Come.
He's saying
No,
sorry to
I
him,
want him.
Matthew.
No, thank you. I want him. No, I want this gentleman. No, I want this gentleman.
Because why?
No,
I'm
no.
answering.
What's my question?
I just
No.
want to establish something before. I just
Come. So Christians, my challenge is contradiction. The Gospel of Luke says one of the men believed in Jesus and he did not insult Jesus. But whereas Matthew and Mark, they say what? None of the two men believed in Jesus and they did not believe in Jesus. And no one said, remember me in your paradise. Show me in Matthew and in Luke. Here, in Mark. In Mark, not in Luke. In Mark and in Matthew. Come here. What's his name? Contradiction. Clear contradiction. So, when you stand, come.
One at a time.
I'm willing
No,
to
I'm
answer
sorry.
it. Why me not?
What's my answer? What's my question?
Your question
Okay,
is,
what's my question?
Your question is
Okay, wait.
to bring for the narratives.
What
who
did I
wrote-
ask you?
Those eyewitnesses, those
No.
witnesses
What
about
did
the-
I ask? No.
Was there anyone
sorry.
who asked the Lord Jesus Christ to remember him in
listen,
paradise?
he's
And
been
that's
waiting
what I'm
before
going
you.
to
He's
do.
been waiting before
Wait,
And that's what I'm
come.
going to- Why?
Okay, you come. You want to talk?
Why you don't want
I want any Christian. Mister, you get exposed. I want you to show me from Matthew chapter 24:7 and Mark chapter 15 where Jesus, one of the men, believed in him and he did not
I say I'm
insult.
willing to answer.
It doesn't say that. No one believed. They both insulted. Whereas Luke says one of the men insulted and the other one did not insult. Contradiction. Anyways, I'm going to pray. Take your time. I believe. Come.
Siraj, he's not answer this one.
So it's
Let him
very
talk.
clear. Matthew chapter 27 verse 44 says.
Why does he say?
Siraj,
They both insulted. They both insulted.
Yes,
And in
both
Luke,
insulted.
what did he say? In Luke, what does he say?
Can you allow me to
No,
speak?
in Luke, tell me. What
No,
does he say
you
in
must allow
Luke?
me to
No,
speak.
in Luke, what does he say?
didn't
No,
allow me
answer. No.
Allow me to speak.
Answer. Now,
Allow me to
answer.
speak. No,
In Luke, what does he
just
say?
allow me to
No,
speak.
before you talk to me about Matthew, what does Luke say?
Luke says one of them
Believed. And he did not insult.
Yes.
But Matthew says what? Two of them
There's something
insulted.
that you're missing here.
And where in Matthew it says they believe, one of them believed. Show me from the text.
So
I
let's
want
go through
take
the
your
timeline.
time.
Let's
I
go
want
through the
where
timeline.
the man
The timeline
said
is
in Matthew
extremely-
and in Mark, remember me
Can
in
I
your
speak?
kingdom.
Can I speak?
And he believed
Can I
him.
speak?
Show me.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, if I can talk.
Yes.
Fine. Now, clearly, Matthew verse 45, if you read 45, it says, now from noon until 3 o'clock, there was
You just
darkness
repeat
over the
the
land.
same thing.
Whatever happened.
What does he
Let
say?
me finish
Did
now.
Matthew say?
Let me finish now.
Did
Not
Matthew
for
say one of the
Can
men
I
believed?
speak?
Answer.
There are
No,
things
I know
I
how
would
to
like
give
to know
preach.
this.
I'm
Can I
asking a
speak?
simple
No,
question.
there is
I will
something
talk.
important that you
Did
have-
Matthew say one of the men did not insult
There are
Jesus?
Can I finish?
No.
What are you going to say?
Who are willing?
Until 3 o'clock.
now I won't talk.
Okay, let him
You want to
talk.
answer?
1 second.
I won't
Answer my question. Answer my question. Did Matthew say?
Listen to him.
Listen.
You are both
Listen.
Christ
Did
insult-
Matthew
No,
say chapter 27? One of the men did not insult Jesus.
Hello.
Yes or no?
Let him say, Sam. He
Where did he say? Matthew says both of them insulted. So thank you. But Luke says no one insulted him. No.
Go ahead. Just tell them.
Okay, goodbye anyways. I'm done anyways. I'm done, yeah? I'm done. No answer anyways. It's contradiction. What do you want to answer?
A practical example from life and not theory. Let's say there is an accident and I see the car wreck from here. Oh, I see a baby is there and a woman.
Talking
And
about
now
Bible,
it's
what is
coming
he reading?
another testimony from the other side from the car. Oh, there is an old man. And he does not see the woman and the baby from the other side. And now comes the police officers. He have like two testimony. The man
That's
from
it.
the left side sees only the woman with the baby, and the other from the other side sees only the old
Exactly,
man.
that's it.
You know, it's so simple.
It's
so
not simple.
No, it's
Look,
so simple.
Luke says two men, one of them insulted, and the other one believed Jesus. Matthew and Mark says that none of them two men believed in Jesus. Both of them were insulting. So contradiction. Show me in Matthew and Mark where they say the one of the two men believed in Jesus and did not insult. It's contradiction. No. Goodbye. Assalamu alaikum. Goodbye. Assalamu alaikum. So your book is a liar, not me.
You're the liar.
Last time he said more than 4 men. He said more than 2 men were crucified along with Jesus.
using you
And
as an
Matthew
example.
says only 2 men were crucified
Like,
No,
along
it
with
doesn't say
Jesus.
only 2 men.
Wait,
He
Two
lied
men.
again. You're a
2 men.
liar.
Show me
It
where it
doesn't say
says
only.
more than 2.
Show me where it says only.
Show me.
Show me where it says
2
only.
men.
Show it says
Yes,
only.
hey, 2 men
It
here.
does-
Listen,
it doesn't
listen.
say only.
Listen,
It
2
doesn't
men.
say only.
2 men.
It doesn't say
2 men,
only.
Yes.
It doesn't say
Another
only.
Christian, 2
Oh,
men.
look at
Come.
the verse.
How many
It
men?
doesn't say only.
2 men.
You're a liar.
One man, look, one man believed. One man believed. In Matthew and Mark, none of the 2
No,
men
no,
believed,
no. It
and
doesn't
both
say
of them
only 2 men.
insulted.
That's a lie.
So
That's
who
a
else
lie.
was crucified then? Who
There
else?
were a lot of
Show me,
thieves.
show me, show me.
There were a lot of
I'm
thieves
showing
over
you
there.
verses.
That was a place
Only-
of crucifixion.
I'm showing you your verses.
Show me where it says
2
only.
men were
Show me where it
crucified.
says only.
Okay,
Siraj,
where does it
does it
say,
say only?
4 men were crucified along with Jesus? Do you
Siraj,
have-
does it say
do you have-
only? Does
I'm
it say
giving
only?
you verses.
Does
It
it say
says
only?
want to lie.
Why are you
Listen,
lying?
Sam,
Why are you
this
lying?
is a clear
Why are you
cut.
lying? Where does it say only?
Contradiction.
Are you lying?
Let's go
Are
sort
you
out.
just say I'm
He
lying?
knows.
He's lying.
He
He's
knows.
lying.
All
He's
Christian
saying only.
scholars know
He keeps
this.
saying only 2 men.
All Christian
There's
scholars
no
know.
verse that says
He
only.
said in tradition. He said
doesn't
in
say only.
tradition.
What does it say?
He
It
said
says 2
in
men.
tradition 4 men.
It says 2 men.
He
It doesn't
said
say only. Because
Okay. Do you believe there were more than 4 men?
Sam, resolve.
Wait.
look, we don't know exactly how many men.
Oh,
who are
Matthew is
mentioned.
talking.
There are
Matthew is
others
the
who are
eyewitness.
also insulting Jesus.
Matthew is the eyewitness.
The Pharisees were insulting Jesus. The passerbys.
Look,
they were
2
all
men were
insulting
crucified
Jesus.
along with
The
Jesus.
guy that's
One
mentioned
of
by
them
one of the
insulted,
Gospels,
the
he's
other one
saying,
believed.
You have to
If
believe
you
in
have
one
Matthew-
gospel, not all of them. Why do you have to
Contradiction.
believe in one gospel,
I'm
not all
using
of them?
both. Contradiction.
Both. No.
I'm using
one
Luke.
of them
I'm
is
using
saying,
Luke.
One of them is saying.
Luke
that
said what?
this-
One of the men believed.
One of them believed.
Matthew said what? Both of them insulted.
That's what.
Luke
that's
says
right.
Listen,
only
said
one
the
of them
timeline,
insulted.
the
Anyways,
same
goodbye.
man-
Assalamu
the
alaikum.
same
It's
man
clear
who
cut.
insulted him-
It's clear cut.
The same man
Look,
who insulted him realizes
asking-
that he's a sinner.
I'm asking, how
Was
many
he- why would he ask for
were crucified
forgiveness?
along with Jesus?
So Jesus
No,
is God.
No,
Because
Luke
he's asking
is a
for
lie.
forgiveness from
No,
Jesus.
it's not forgiveness.
So you're saying
No,
Jesus
no,
is God.
There's no forgiveness.
Of course Jesus is God.
Don't bring
He
forgiveness.
is God, right?
Did he say forgive me?
Yeah.
Where
He
did
said,
he say? Show
remember me in your
No,
when you
remember
come
me.
in.
Does remember me means forgive my sins?
If
What
I'm
English
dying
is that?
and I say, remember
What
me,
English
you
is
are
that?
dying with me.
Anyways,
Remember me when
goodbye.
you come in your
Salam alaikum.
kingdom. He
Listen,
said, I'll take you to paradise
listen.
today.
Matthew
So you're
and
saying-
Mark says other way round, opposite, contradiction.
No. They're saying the
Some-
same thing.
both of you calm
One
down.
is giving you the full story. One
Wait.
is giving you partial story.
Wait.
Okay.
Look,
Tone it down,
what's
tone it down.
contradiction, Sam? Tell me.
Tone it
What?
down.
What's contradiction?
The contradiction
What's
is
the meaning of contradiction? Tell me.
when somebody says one thing and
Are you-
something is something else.
Okay, so
Right, it's
okay,
the opposite.
let me make it clear for you.
Yeah.
Let me make it clear for you.
Yeah.
2 men were crucified along with Jesus.
Yeah.
Matthew said that 2 men
Okay.
were crucified along
Yeah,
with Jesus.
yeah.
But Luke said one of the men believed in Jesus,
Yeah.
did not insult. But Matthew said
he
both
say-
of them insulted. Is there no contradiction?
Wait a minute.
Is there
He
no
lied
contradiction?
again.
One
Can I
second,
tell
sir.
you?
Is
He
there
lied
no
again. He lied
contradiction?
again.
What did
He
I lie?
said-
1 second.
You want to know? Stop.
Where did I lie?
Stop. Let me tell you what he lied again.
Yeah.
You lied again.
Where did I lie?
You lied again.
Why?
You
Tell me.
lied again. Why? He said that one of the men, he said that he didn't insult Jesus.
Yes, Luke said he didn't insult one of them.
Show me.
Luke says that. He didn't insult, he believed him. What are you on about?
Sam,
We're
resolve the
going to catch
contradiction.
this
Look,
lie right now.
look, the other
Show
man
us where
in Luke,
says,
look here.
calm down, man. I got this.
What's wrong? I think he
got
doesn't
this.
know
I
his
got it.
book.
He's a liar.
I will show
all
him
day long he can stand here.
The
He's
Gospel
still-
of
still
Luke,
turn out
chapter
to be a liar.
23,
Uh,
from
Ravi,
verse
Ravi,
40
Ravi,
to 43. Last one I'm going, yeah?
Show us the verse where
I'm
it
going, yeah?
says, like,
Here, look.
one of them didn't.
Look here. But the other, look here. One of the criminals, listen. Chapter 23, from verse 39 to 43, yeah?
Yeah, read
Last
it,
one
read
I'm
it,
going.
read it loud.
He said it doesn't say that. Here,
Read it
it says
loud.
only one man insulted
it
Jesus.
loud.
And the other one believed in him.
Just read it.
So now listen. It says 39. There was a written notice above him,
Yeah.
with which read, "This is the King of the Jews."
Yeah.
One of the criminals who hung there hurled insults at him. He insulted Jesus.
Yeah.
Aren't you the Messiah? Save yourself and us. But the other criminal, listen, but the other criminal, one of the men said, rebuked him, the other criminal, he rebuked the other criminal. Don't you fear God? That's what he said to the other criminal. Okay. And then he said what?
But he needs to explain it.
Okay.
We are on
He
the
said,
cross. Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
We know what
So
the
he
rest
said,
of it says.
we are punished. No, he said, don't you fear God? He said, since you are under the same sentence, we are punished justly.
Yeah.
For we are getting what our deeds deserve. But this man has done nothing wrong. Here,
why did you lie? Why
let
did
me
you
come.
lie?
Wait,
Why did you
wait.
lie?
Does it say here the two men insulted Jesus? No. Only how many men insulted Jesus? One. In Matthew it says two men insulted Jesus.
Okay,
And he did not believe.
Let me answer that.
None of them believed.
No, you lied.
Contradiction.
Okay, no
Here.
contradiction.
And Matthew, let me show you.
Okay,
No contradiction.
Tell me what was the time when they did that?
No,
What was the
contradiction.
time? Was it at the
Contradiction.
crucifixion? How long was the
Let me
crucifixion?
finish. Let me
The
finish.
contradiction
No,
is
let
you.
me finish. Let me
You're
finish.
the contradiction.
Let me finish. I didn't finish. I will allow you to speak. Okay.
You're not allowing him to
Now here,
Yeah.
Matthew chapter 27, verse 38 to 44 here. Look here. Clear-cut evidence.
Yeah.
Here it says 38. Okay. Verse 38 here. Two rebels were crucified with him. One of his right and one of his left. Those who passed by hurled insults at him, shaking their heads and saying, you who are going to destroy the temple and build it in 3 days. Save yourself. Calm down from the cross. If you are the Son of God. In the same way, the chief and priests and the teachers of the law and the elders mocked him. He saved others. They said, but he can't save himself. He is the King of Israel. Let him come down now from the cross and we will believe in him. He trusts in God. Let God rescue him now. If he wants, him. For he said, I am the Son of God. In the same way, the rebels were two men, yes?
What?
The rebels, according to chapter and according to verse 38, two rebels were crucified along with Jesus. So here, the rebels here, chapter 40 and verse 44, it says in the same way, the two rebels who were crucified with him.
Rebels. It doesn't say the two rebels. He keeps lying.
Look, the context.
He
how many
doesn't
rebels?
say two rebels.
Wait, how many
He doesn't
rebels?
say two rebels.
Chapter
He lied.
verse 38.
Why you keep lying?
Two
You're such a
rebels. Look,
habitual liar.
how many rebels?
He said
Let me
rebels.
speak.
No,
let me finish.
Why are you
Did I finish?
misreading
Did
it?
I finish?
It doesn't
Did I
say
finish?
two rebels.
Wait, did I finish?
It just says rebels.
Okay, here, everyone, camera, zoom in.
Does it say
two
rebels
rebels.
or does it say rebels?
Two rebels.
No, he's going
Look,
up. No.
Two
rebels.
Two
at the
rebels.
End, when you read it at the end,
Two
on
rebels.
the bottom, it doesn't
Two
say
rebels.
it. He just read
Two
at the
rebels.
bottom where it says
Two rebels.
the rebels.
Okay.
It doesn't say the two
Okay,
rebels.
the rebels, how many of them the rebels?
There could be a lot of rebels.
How many of them are crucified?
A lot of them.
How many?
A lot
Matthew
of the
said
rebels could be there.
in verse
The
38,
rebels are
two rebels
people who are
were
against
crucified along with Jesus.
No.
How many
No.
rebels?
All of them were rebels. All of them were rebels.
How many men?
What about the
How
people
many
who were?
rebels?
They
How
were
many
all
men were
rebels.
crucified?
A lot of them.
Okay, look here.
He's lying.
Look here.
You keep lying.
Look here.
It's okay.
Let me finish.
Go ahead.
I'm going here. Last one.
What?
So here, in the same way, the rebels.
The rebels.
Matthew
Now
chapter
he read
4,
it correctly.
Matthew
Now he didn't
34.
say the two rebels.
Wait.
Before he said
In
the two
verse
rebels. Now he
38,
didn't say
it tells us who were the rebels.
what?
Two rebels. So now,
What happened?
he said the rebels who were crucified with him.
Now
How
he's
many
not lying.
people were crucified
Now don't
with
lie.
Jesus?
Yeah.
Two
Don't lie.
rebels. Matthew chapter
Okay,
27,
Don't-
verse 38.
Okay,
Two
are you-
rebels.
Two
No,
rebels.
listen. Two rebels.
Where does it say two rebels in the end? When you read it,
Two
two
rebels.
rebels. Now you said the
Two
rebels.
rebels.
The rebels.
Two
Okay,
rebels.
Now listen.
Okay.
Okay. Finish.
Okay. Wait. Let me
Are you
finish.
finished?
Let me finish. I didn't finish. Mister,
Okay,
don't
when are you
panic.
gonna
Don't
finish?
panic.
When are
I'll
you
finish.
gonna
Let me finish. In the same way,
Siraj?
the rebels who were crucified with him. How many men were crucified with Jesus in Matthew chapter 27, verse 38? Two rebels. They said what? With him also heaped, insulted on him. How many rebels insulted how many men?
Two
In
people
Luke,
were
one of the men
one
believed
left side,
him.
one right side.
So, wassalamu alaikum. Contradiction.
Contradiction.
Assalamu alaikum.
Listen to him.
Goodbye.
Where does it say?
Goodbye.
Oh, are you running?
How many men
Are you
crucified?
running? Are you
There were
running?
only two.
Are you running?
Chapter
You're a
three.
liar.
I'm
You're
a
a liar.
Matthew
On
is a
camera, he
liar.
lied.
Matthew is a liar. Matthew is a
You are a
liar.
big liar.
Matthew is a
Allah
liar.
is the best of the
Matthew is a
deceivers.
liar.
Come this side.
Allah
1
is
minute.
the best of the
Hey,
deceivers. And Allah is
Come this side. Don't run away.
Satan,
Don't run
the
away.
devil.
You're done. You're done. Siraj.
Allah is Satan, the devil. Allah is the best of the
now, but why they deny? It's not clear. Is that not clear? So
1 minute.
okay.
Wait. It's their job, yeah. Go ahead.
Here, Christians always lie about the crucifixion and the resurrection of Jesus. There are over 200, around 200 contradictions about the crucifixion and the resurrection of Jesus. The Gospel of Luke chapter 23 verse 40 to 43, it tells us one of the men who were also getting crucified along with Jesus believed in Jesus, and he did not insult, but the other man insulted Jesus. But whereas Matthew chapter 27 verse 38 to 44, Jesus, Matthew, one of the Matthew.
What happened?
Okay, thank you. Conclusion.
Let me
You can
stand.
come later. You can come later.
No.
Conclusion. I'm speaking. You can talk later. Respect. Otherwise, I'm not going to respect you. You know me, yeah?
Okay.
Behave. Behave.
You are the
Behave.
Behave.
Behave. Okay, behave. Go to your camera. Behave. Otherwise, I'm not gonna show you pity. Trust me. I'm warning you.
Yeah.
Okay. So Matthew, let her stay. If she talks, she will know. She will get the consequences. Okay, listen. Matthew says and Mark, they disagree with Luke. Matthew chapter 27 verse 38 to 44 says the two men who were also crucified along with Jesus, none of them believed in Jesus. Two of them insulted Jesus, and none of them asked Jesus to remember him in his kingdom. Same as Mark chapter 15 verse 32. None of the two men believed in Jesus. Whereas Luke says the two rebels, one of them believed and did not, one of them did not insult and did believe Jesus. Whereas the other chapters, Matthew and Mark, disagree with Luke. Luke says and Mark and Matthew says what? The two men did not believe and they both insulted. Whereas Luke, one of the men believed and asked Jesus to remember in his kingdom. So contradiction. He said, I'm a liar. Who is the liar then? Matthew or Sam or me or Mark or Luke? Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Reading, brother. Reading. We're taking